Hi everyone and welcome to A Twinkle in Their Eyes. My name is Desiree. I'm a mum of 4 boys and we homeschool, so you will find all things homeschool, hope in Jesus and health here on my channel, along with various other things about motherhood. Today we are actually doing a collaboration with some of my other homeschooling mum friends, and we're going to be talking about the maths curriculums that we use in our homeschool. So we would like to welcome you along to enjoy that and just hear about what we all use in our homes and how that works for us. So what we use in our homeschool is Right Start Maths. So basically with the Right Start Maths you will get a workbook, which is the lessons. Right Start Maths is very teacher involved, so I have to teach all the lessons to the kids, and as you can see there are lots of manipulatives as well. I went with the system because I was not very good at maths as a child. I had a very traumatic experience in a classroom when I was young, and ever since that time maths has just not been the strong suit of mine. So I really wanted a curriculum that I could be involved in from the start so that I would learn with the children. I also wanted a curriculum that was very hands-on, and so that the kids could actually see maths and not just be doing sums on a piece of paper or on the internet. So that's why we chose this program, and it has been wonderful for us. Sometimes I have felt quite tired having to actually teach a lesson, but the more we do it and be consistent with it and do it every day, the easier that becomes. All in all, I have really enjoyed the Right Start Maths program, and I've enjoyed how the kids are learning, and they have responded super well to it. They also are understanding the concepts and they are enjoying their maths. When Jesse was asked what was his favorite subject in homeschool, he actually said it was maths, so that makes my heart super happy. The other thing we also use, which I haven't used for a while, but I want to start using that again as something they can do on their own when I am busy, that is Life of Fred. It's a beautiful maths curriculum that is taught by story. So basically it's a story about this little guy called Fred, and he teaches maths but all to do with story. So I will do another YouTube video on Life of Fred series. I will also show you more of how we do our Right Start Maths if you would like to see that. What I showed you on the table is what we have used and are using so far every day, or as part of our maths regularly so far in our curriculum, but there is so much more that is in the cupboard that I haven't taken out. But if it's something you're keen on seeing and would like to see, and you'd like to see a more in-depth video on Right Start Maths, then please do leave me a note in the comments below and let me know, because I am happy to do that for you. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing what we use for maths. The other thing is we do use some other like workbook type maths where the kids can just sit and do that on their own. So that also is something that they can just do while I'm busy doing something else, and it helps them to just go over their concepts and to reinforce what they've learned. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy all the other mama friends that are going to be sharing. They're just wonderful and so full of wisdom, and I hope it blesses your home. So please welcome next my gorgeous friend Danny from One Single Joy, sharing her curriculum.
Hello friends, my name is Danny and I'm from over at One Single Joy, where I talk about all things homeschooling, single mum life, weight loss journey, a whole bunch of stuff. So I invite you to go subscribe to me. But Desiree, thank you so much for having me on your channel. I feel really privileged that you invited me. Okay, I'm gonna get stuck into the topic of today's video, which is math. What I do for math in my homeschool. I have a bit of a testimony with math, but it would take too long to share it here, but the Lord really led me to use Matthew C. So I've been using Matthew C with my daughter from the beginning of homeschooling. So we're into our 4th year now. We are still using Matthew C and we love it. However, over the years, we have had to use some different things to help with learning times tables and other different facts. So I have used different workbooks over the years as well, just for practice and revision. I can't really remember the names of the books because they were just from like a Big W or 5 Senses, or even from the Newsagent. I know that there was an Excel Maths, and Targeting Maths was another one. I'm remembering them now. We have also used Math Seeds. We've used Mathletics. I have considered using other programs for my core math curriculum over the years, but we've always just come back to Matthew C. Doesn't mean I won't use something different in the future, but we really love the mastery approach and philosophy of Matthew C. teaching math to kids. Just mastering a concept for a whole year, getting that well and truly under the belt before moving on to something else. I really love that approach. I wish I had learnt that approach. I've learnt so much doing school with my daughter. It's crazy. I just really love the Matthew C. program. Now that my daughter is in high school, year 7 here in Australia, I am trying to look into some more, I'm trying to find a resource that's more math with living, like math in real life type stuff. So I'm looking for something, or I might just write my own questions like, hey, if you bought a car for this much and your insurance was this much and fuel was this much and what blah blah blah, how much would it cost to run your car over a period of 12 months? Things like that. I want some real life math up in here. We need to really get some real life stuff, and Matthew C does do that. It does real life questions, living math like that, but I really want to take that up a notch. So there we go. That's what we do for math. I have used this approach for my daughter in year 4, 5, 6, and now in year 7 as well. Like I said, I don't see us changing math curriculum at all, but never say never. I have the next math curriculum, the Matthew C level, ready to go for next year. So yeah, we're all set with that, and I'm truly grateful for the program. It's been such a blessing for us. All right, that's what I use for maths. Desiree, thanks so much again for having me on your channel, on your video. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for listening to me yabba on about maths, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.
And now we're going to have the gorgeous Kylie from Kylie Rayner on YouTube.
Hi everyone, I'm Kylie. I'm a homeschool mom to 3. We've been homeschooling for 15 years, and you can find my channel just at my name, Kylie Rayner. Just want to say a huge thank you to Des for having me on her channel, and also for pulling all of this together. And so today we're sharing what we use for math in our homeschool. So I'm going to share with you what I use with my 12-year-old son. This is the first year we've gone a more traditional route with math. We've deviated from homeschooling math curricula. We might be banished from the homeschool world, but we're no longer using homeschooling math curriculum, even though that is what we have pretty much done the entire time we've homeschooled. But this year we have chosen to go with a traditional grade 7 math text, and we have a tutor that comes in once a week and works through this with him, and then goes away and leaves him homework to work on throughout the week. And that's been working really, really well for us. So that is MathQuest grade 7, just a traditional school-based math textbook. From there, I always like to spend more time in review. I always want to make sure that we haven't missed any little bits and pieces that we may have as we've worked on various math topics over the years. So we always spend 10 or 15 minutes, 2 or 3 days a week, just going back a few years and looking at review math topics. And one of the ways we do that is via some mental math activities. And for that one, I'm using the mental math program put out by Hannah over at Pepper and Pine. This is a no pen and paper required. It's a complete verbal program. I'll try and see if I can give you a quick look inside. See if my camera will focus for you on that. So basically, when we choose this, as you can see, it's broken up into little squares, day 1, day 2, day 3. It's simply a case of me asking the children 3 times 7 plus 21. They need to calculate that mental math in their head and give me the answer. If they get it correct, I highlight it, we're done, and we move on to the next one. If they don't get it correct, I leave it unhighlighted and I'll circle back around another day to the same question. It's really as simple as that. It's pressure free. It doesn't matter whether they get it right or wrong. In most cases, they don't know if they've gotten it wrong, because I know that we're going to come back and address it again. So that is the mental math curriculum from Hannah over at Pepper and Pine. And then this past year, we have also been working through Life of Fred Elementary. Now this is very low level. At some point, I will do a complete flip through of this over on my channel. So you might want to jump on over and subscribe to my channel so that you can see that one. Life of Fred is story-based math. It's nice and fun and light-hearted, very minimal amount of actual written math work that's involved in it. There are a lot more books in the elementary series. I have moved some of the earlier ones on to other homeschoolers since we have finished with them. But Life of Fred, we've enjoyed doing that. We are taking a break from Fred for a while now. I'm going to move on to something else. That is what we use here in our homeschool for math for my 12-year-old boy. If you have any questions about any of these math programs, please feel free to ask either here on Des's channel or send me a private message through any of the social media. Thanks for watching, and I hope that all the sharing here on today's video will give you some inspiration for your own math journey. And I hope to see you over at my channel sometime soon. Bye.
And now we're going to have the wonderful Tiffany from Hinterlife Homeschool. Here she is.
Hello, my name is Tiffany and my channel is Hinterlife Homeschool, and today I'm sharing with you what my homeschool has been doing for math. Firstly, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Desiree, for having me on your channel and this collaboration, creating this collaboration. It's really lovely, and I think math is one of those subjects that I don't know about you guys, but I have really struggled to find some decent math curriculums. He started using Simply Charlotte Mason because he really enjoyed the money activities and understanding business and things like that. So we started using Simply Charlotte Mason, and that goes into everything to do with creating a business. It's basically running a business, but all on paper as a pretend sort of shop. And it includes breaking down your expenses. So you have expenses, so things go wrong in your business. You have to work out your markup for your products. You have bills to pay, so there's how to write a check. And then there's all these little, it's like a game, it's wonderful. Additional costs and expenses and chance cards. All of these things happen, and it just helps them kind of think about like how they would work that out in real life. Like, how do you find that money? What do you do? All that kind of stuff. And then you have customers that come through and they purchase things, and you list down what you've actually got and how to handle that. If you've run out of stock, how do you handle that? And there's like so many, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. I highly recommend it. It's been wonderful for my son. He is very business minded. He has always been had that kind of entrepreneurial streak. He's always looking for things that he can do to make some extra like pocket money, making things, creating things and selling them. He loves it. So for any kids that are kind of wired that way, I think that curriculum would be wonderful. Again, it's more of a unit study. It only covers particular things, but if you're looking for something that covers like fractions, percentages, understanding value of money and how that all works in the real world, I think that is a fantastic option to have.
Okay, and last but not least, we have Joanne from Aussie Homeschool Adventures, and she's going to be letting us know what she uses in her home for maths.
Hey everyone, my name's Jo and I'm from Aussie Homeschool Adventures. Today I'm talking about our maths curriculum and what we're using for maths. So I've been homeschooling for about 5 years now. My girls and I have used Masterbooks maths lessons for a living education. So we've been using these now for the last probably 3 or 4 years, since my girls were in like first grade, second grade, third and now fourth grade. So we really love these. These are a Charlotte Mason inspired curriculum. Every week they have like a story that starts out the lesson that puts the concept for that week into a real life situation, and then a week's worth of like really short activities. At the end here we're like reviewing maths problems, and then just a page of problems to solve for that week. This is the level 3. They're really beautiful books, hey. I really enjoy them. We just get the PDF and I print them here at home. I find that the easiest for us. So a nice short little story there. And then, so this lesson we're introducing higher place value through millions, through millions. So we've got a little story, and then some basic activities to do. So it takes my oldest daughter about 15-20 minutes to do this, sometimes less, because some of the pages are quite short, so like that's just exercise 2 there for one day, and that's all the maths that she'll do for that day. But being the fact that it's a spiral based curriculum, they review concepts, and I have definitely seen that looking through and using level 1, 2 and 3. I've seen that revision and that concept reintroduced and then taken a little bit deeper. So we really love it. Short, simple lessons, and it works really well for our family.
It has been such a pleasure sharing our maths with you guys today. We are so privileged and blessed to have you sit here and watch all of the different things we use in our homes, and to actually watch it to the end. We are so grateful. We hope that this has opened your horizons to what's out there in terms of maths. We hope that it shows you that there are lots of different ways to do maths with your children, and all the different ways can cater for all the different needs. So if you do have any questions regarding anything we've shared, please do get in touch with us, and we hope that this will bless your home, and we hope to see you again.